Truly, there's no collection of words that can describe it.
Yeah.
For better or worse. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorites, Richie the C, everybody. Thank you for that intro, I think. Kaboom. Oh, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank everybody who's dressed for the weather. You are dressed for the weather, aren't you? I mean, people say, I'm dressed for the weather too. I mean, I look like I'm dressed for the beach, but what happens when you go to the beach? You get wet. The same thing happens when you're out in the rain. I'm not... You know, I used to be like you. Have to get the extra shoes and the socks and the long pants and watch it all get wet. Then I have to dry it, or I have to replace it and ruin my pedicure. I said, I'm not falling for the shoe sock conspiracy anymore. This is the shoe sock redemption. Kaboom. My roommates turned me on to conspiracy theories because they're home all the time. So I got people. You know, you look at everything different. You know, like, kids are such brats. You know, look what they did to poor Jared. Wait, all he wanted to do was eat fresh. And teach other kids about eating fresh, 6 inches at a time. And then what happened did anybody know what happened? What happened when Jared was gone? No more $5 football. See? Yeah, the misdirection. Look at those kids, what they did to that poor Jerry Sandusky. Remember, all he wanted to do was clean up football. One player at a time. In the Penn State shower. And then suddenly it's all about concussion. Blah, blah, blah. See, those kids were already damaged. Jerry had nothing to do with it. Remember the good... Yeah, now you have to have a helmet for everything, or all the kids are so coddled. Remember you could just play football or fall out of a tree or fall off your skateboard, you know? And you just go home and watch, not know how bad a cartoon Scooby-Doo was. But no, they got to change everything. They have to protect kids, and they watch video games. Right? And then they want to, instead of just being happy with Pong, like we were when we had concussions, they want to play Grand Theft Auto or all these other things, and then they want to buy guns. They want to shoot up schools, so you've got to buy a gun. You've got to buy your kids a gun. Kaboom. You got to buy... So you got to buy a gun in case you're stalking someone. I mean, in case you're being stalked, you got to buy a gun if you're stalking someone. No, I just feel manipulated. It used to be that I knew that, the people I hung around with, I knew I liked them, and that's why I kept them in my basement. Or it's who my dog liked. But now she has a chip, and I don't trust anything she tells me anymore. Yeah, these are just jokes. These are just jokes. For one thing, I don't have a basement. No, I really don't. It doesn't matter. Well, okay. Just for that, I'm not going to be your black friend anymore. No, I can say, some of you know I'm German and Jewish, means a lot of my relatives were black when they came out of the oven. Yeah, talk about ashy skin. Kaboom, you thought you had a smoking problem. Kaboom. You miss your relatives. I sneeze and they're gone. I meditated before this. Because I knew I was going to have Hungarians in the front. Right? This way I can be your Budapest. I love the Magyars. That's how Hungarians say Hungarian, right? No? Magyar? Sorry. So where were we? Oh. Yeah, I just feel completely manipulated now. You don't even know why. Yeah, of course they always want me to stalk someone so they can go in my house and declutter it. Because they did that once. Yeah. No, I was on a show called Obsessed. Because I have a cluttering problem. And I've lost so many girlfriends because of it. And then when I find them, I forget which bags I put them in. But not in the basement. That's right. What they want, yeah, they just want to take everything out of my house and redo it so it looks, get rid of all the stuff that I'm going to need later. And it kind of, and it gets into this whole, it gets into the whole child molester, the pedophile industry. I mean, industry with the streaming porn and everything like that. I mean, Chris Hansen, God forbid he should do some real journalism. I mean, real people. What I'm saying is, all these kids are worried about what's going to happen. And it kind of offends me, all this hysteria. Because all I can think is, what makes you think your kid is that hot? No, I think it's not fair to all the women who get shaved and waxed and starve themselves and can't hold their liquor so they can act like 13-year-olds. It's really a slap in the face of the whole vanity industry. I have adult 13-year-olds. Why should I ruin my life for a 13-year-old who can't even pay for her own drinks? Anyway. Oh, never mind. All right. I'm Richie the C. Thank you.